Hello and welcome back to Self-Love Sessions. My name is May. I am your host. And here is the space where we talk about all things alignment, self-worth, manifestation, and most importantly, creating a life that lights you up from the inside out. A little background info on me just really quick before we dive in. My name is May Alexis. I quit my job back in 2021 as an elite personal trainer at a franchise gym. I have since become a full-time content creator. I have been up and down every avenue that I could find. And I'm sharing everything that I have learned about myself and about this journey that is really, truly, it is a manifestation journey. And if you are ready to start creating and living a life you love, then you are in the right place. This is your sign. Let me be the one to tell you that you are not behind. You are just one mindset shift away from stepping into magic. And if you're new here, I'm so glad you found this. And if you've been listening for a while, thank you for always being here. Make sure you are following and subscribe so that you never miss an episode. And if you have not yet done so, I ask that you leave a review. Okay, so now let's talk about something I've been noticing in my own life lately, and it's this. We all have an energetic maximum when it comes to money. It's not conscious, it's not logical, but it is energetic. I first heard about this concept back when I read Rich as Fuck by Amanda Frances. And then I'm obsessed with learning about new ways to, become your best self and manifest things that you want in your life. And almost all the books I've read and listened to about manifestation, they talk about how we have this energetic financial maximum. But the thing is, a lot of us are not aware that we have it. We're not even conscious of it. So we can't really have any control over it. So what my goal is with this podcast episode is to help you awaken to the fact that you have it. And then that way you can kind of start, adjusting it, making it expand. Basically what it is that you are basically calibrated to a certain amount of money, and if you hit that number, even if you hate how you got it, you hate your job, your nervous system feels safe once you hit it, and then it just locks it in, and then it's like something just stops, something blocks you from making any more money. So that's what a lot of us experience every single month. The crazy thing is that the universe will always find ways to keep you matching that number time and time again, every month, every year. And it doesn't matter if you change paths, not always. Even once you let go of something that seemed like the thing bringing in income, even if you step into that scary unknown of, I'm just not going to do this anymore, it's not fulfilling me, I'm going to step away from it. What I have found time and time again is that I will keep making the same amount of money, but I had to step into the unknown. I had to take that scary step of saying, I am letting go of what is no longer serving me in order to discover this truth. So here's what happened to me recently, because I feel like I'm not giving a full picture. So I was doing all these join brand deals. They're like UGC jobs, and a lot of them just felt so forced. I dreaded them. I was not excited. I would wait until the very last minute to do them. I also was doing incense jobs, and I was doing this for since I started content creation. I think my first UGC gig was in 2021. And at first they were amazing. I felt so fulfilled and this is so amazing. I'm doing such a great job. I'm learning so much about how to make good content. But over time, it just really started to wear on me because that was not what I wanted to do. That is not what I set out to do. I think that if you are, an aspiring content creator, you should definitely look into it. You should do it for a time. It's going to help you get really good at content creation. It's going to teach you what works, what's working for brands, what brands are paying for because they know it works. It's going to help you find your creative style, find your unique voice. So then there's going to come a time where you're like, I want to build my own dreams, because what UGC and join brands and collabs are all about pretty much. Well, I guess it's mostly UGC. So UGC is user-generated content. And that is basically just where you're making videos, you're making ads for other companies, and then they use it on their social media, they use it on their websites, and you don't have to post it to your account. You don't have to do anything with it. You're just being their actor, so to speak. So you can imagine how me, who I set out to build my own brand and start my own business, it's gonna start to feel like it's not what I was called to do, to just make videos for brands to build their dreams while putting my dreams on the back burner. So I reached that point around, I don't know, it was this year. I guess it was late 2024. I reached this point where I was like, I just don't want to do these videos anymore. And it kept getting worse and worse. There was one day where I actually screamed in the middle of doing it because I was just so over it. I just did not want to do it anymore. My soul literally screamed. It said, this is not what we're cut out to do. And so I stopped doing it because I felt like I had no choice. I had to walk away from it. I had to stop doing all those collabs. I was doing every single one that I could because I wanted to make money. And at that time, I was making around $4K to $7K a month. But since I stopped doing it, every single month, something happens and I make that same amount of money. And that just goes to show that it's okay to step away from something that is literally making your soul scream, because the universe will always meet you. It'll always support you whenever you go in that direction. It'll always support you whenever you follow the path of your soul. When I stopped doing those jobs that were draining me, there was a pause, there was a little quiet period, but it was brief, to be completely honest. And then the money just started flowing in from somewhere else. I started doing my podcast. I started posting on my TikTok more authentically. I started doing my TikTok shop videos, and I started just having fun with it, enjoying the process. I stopped worrying, and I hit this point of like, I don't care. I am going to do what lights my soul up, and I'm not even going to look for external confirmation that it's right for me. But at the same time, I knew the external confirmations were going to come. Like, I had reached that point where I was like, I don't even need to question this anymore. And, I stopped doing that, I don't know, several months ago now, and I've been making around the same amount, if not more, since I stepped away. Because that is my current energetic maximum. It's where I'm calibrated. It's the amount that my subconscious, my nervous system, my energetic field is used to receiving. Now, I do think it's important to note that I had this feeling of like, it doesn't matter. I am going to get paid what I get paid. Like, you have to have that belief, but it's a really simple thing because you're already getting paid that amount. So if you're like, I'm just gonna, change my job, I'm just gonna start something new, I'm gonna make the same amount because that is what I'm capable. I already know I'm capable. I already know I'm worthy. And here's where the science backs it up. Okay, so your reticular activating system, I know I talk about this all the time. I'm so obsessed with it, but it filters reality based on what you expect. So like I said, if you unconsciously believe I always make around 5K a month, or I'm a 10K a month earner, your brain is literally going to start organizing your behavior, your decisions, your opportunities, and your energy to stay within that range, no matter where you go, no matter what you do. That being said, let me just be clear. I am not giving any financial advice. I think I need to make that disclaimer. But what if you open your mind to this possibility? Okay. And that is why mindset work, inner healing, and self-worth shifts are so key when you are trying to change your current financial reality, particularly in this case, where your money is coming from. But now the next question that begs to differ is, I don't know if that's the right phrase, but that's what I'm saying, is how do you raise your financial set point? And raising your financial set point starts with trusting the process. It starts with letting go of the things that don't feel good, even if they are working on paper for you. There's one thing I've learned, that the reason I started my business was because I realized how short life was, how precious it is. I decided I did not want to waste my time building another company's dream, another CEO's dream for them while abandoning my family, so to speak. Not abandoning them, but I had to sacrifice my time and my availability with my family to go spend time with people that really they just saw me as like a worker, like someone that was helping them get from point A to point B. And that kind of energy is not expansive. It is constricting. So that's what I am telling you. That's what I'm inviting you to do, is reroute your energy towards things that feel expansive. Because once you know in your heart of hearts that your energetic max is real, you won't fear that pause. You will stop panicking during the pivot, because it's okay to pivot. You got to pivot over and over again. That is life. But if you know that energetic maximum is real, you will stop panicking. You will start trusting that if money flowed in before, it is going to flow in again. But you're going to know that this time it's going to flow in a more aligned way. And this is the part where I tell you about my new course that I just launched. It is called Manifest Like a Creator. It is for content creators, specifically mom content creators, but like women in general, not just moms, but women in general that want to be a content creator. Or if you're just thinking that it's time for you to start showing up and like building your own brand using the powerful tool of social media. This course is going to give you everything from TikTok growth tips to mindset work to real world examples of how I have created consistent income from my phone for the past 4+ years. And depending on the time that you are listening to this podcast, I am still uploading some of the video lessons right now. But the thing I love about this course is that I am able to give you lifetime access to every update, every tool, every strategy I have used to grow online and get paid to exist, basically. And that's what I want everyone. If you're listening to this, you're meant to get paid to exist. Trust that. You are hearing this for a reason. The point of my course is I want to help empower others to be able to find their unique voice, find their unique path, follow their unique path, trust their journey, and then be able to, maybe you'll make a course in the future. I gotta tell you, I made a course in the past and it did not do well. And it was because I did not create it. I did not promote it from this place of alignment. And that is what I teach you in the course. That is what I'm teaching you in this podcast. So here's the thing I want to leave you with. You don't need to work harder to earn more. You need to raise your set point. You need to recognize your set point. You need to trust your set point, and then you can raise it. And you need to start pouring your energy into something that feels like you, because the universe will meet you there. And money is not just physical. It is vibrational, and it is energy and it is responding to your energy. So once your system learns how to receive at a certain level, you can receive that amount doing something you love just as easily as you did something you hated. But the key here is that you have to trust it and you have to step into it. You have to be willing to take that scary step forward. You are allowed to be well paid for fully being you. You are allowed to trust the pause. You are allowed to stop doing things that feel misaligned. This is your sign that your job is not to chase, your job is to align. And if you're ready to go deeper and start creating from your most authentic self and following your highest calling, figuring out what your unique path is meant to be, I have free downloads. I have $1 printables you can download. I have journals. I have courses. I have tons of resources linked in the podcast episode description. And until next time, keep showing up, don't give up, and trust the unfolding of your life.